Hi everyone, it's svgcoop.com and we are here working on our MA011 mini album, and it's going to be a school themed mini album. So you're going to be starting out with cutting your chipboard. We're going to do the binding a little bit differently this time. So you're going to have two 9x9 inch pieces of chipboard and then a 3x9 piece of chipboard. But before we get started, I just wanted to show you some of the paper that I'm going to be using for the project. So if I show you now, then you'll have an idea. So the first one that I'm going to be using is this homeroom stack, and I kind of went through my craft room and found, you know, some paper that I had sitting here. So I'm not sure, you know, if this is still available or not, but you could try eBay or, you know, some of the scrapbooking sites. But anyway, this is the homeroom stack, so I'm going to use that. And then I went to Tuesday Morning, and sometimes when you go to Tuesday Morning, you can find some cool things. So I'm going to use probably something from here, which is a cute little stack. It's got things like best friends and stuff like that, so I thought I'd use that. And then I got this from Tuesday Morning. It was 99 cents, and it's, you know, I think it's like, how many sheets are in here? I don't know, maybe 25 or something. And then we have this cute little school paper that I got, and I got this at Tuesday Morning also, and you can see it says some school-ish things. Then I also got this pack. It's got all of this kind of school paper in it. It's got lockers and all kinds of fun papers. Let's see, I'd like to tell you who it was made by, but honestly, I don't know. I think, again, I got this at Tuesday Morning, so sometimes you can get really lucky and find some cool stuff there. And then finally, I'm also going to be using some sheets from this fall stack, and I don't know excuse me, what year this is from, but it does have, you know, everything from Halloween back to school stuff and Thanksgiving and that kind of thing. So I am going to be using some sheets from that. All right, so let's get started here. Just move those out of the way. All right, so per usual, you're going to cut and cover. We're going to cut and cover the pieces for our cover. So you're going to cut two sets of the first file, and it's going to have one that has score marks along all four sides, and then you're going to have another one that's just a 9x9 sheet. So I folded this one already. So basically, you know, all you need to do is either you can take a ruler or something like that and just put it along and fold it, or you can just fold it because it's got score lines in here already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on the base of this, just like this, just so the cover lays kind of flat, like that. And I'm just going to glue this in here. Get that nice and centered. I still have a little bit of a cough, so I'm going to try not to cough too much on the video, but I can't guarantee anything. Okay. Then I'm going to be using my score tape. And again, this is the Sook Wing. I got this on Amazon. You can buy 5 rolls, and it's pretty inexpensive, and it's really good. It sticks really, really well, and it's super easy. Of course, you can just use glue if you want to. And I'm just going to put this right along the inside of the chipboard here, like that. Okay. Just give that a nice little rub. And I'm going to pull this off. Oops, I do that every time. I have to start doing what other people do. They use like little knives and such to get these off. Just going to put another little piece there as I mess that up. suppose if you make sure you rub it well, it won't give you that problem. Okay, now do it again. Okay, that is a problem with the user, not the product. Okay, I just put another little piece there. Okay, give it a good rub, it won't do that. All right, so then we're just going to fold these pieces right over like that, make it nice and tight. Okay, and then I'm going to put another round, only this time I'm going to put it on the paper itself here. So I'm just going to do the corners here like this. And again, you're going to do this twice because you have a front cover and a back cover, obviously. And I'm going to put a little glue here just to make sure this lays nice and flat. I'm just going to rubbing this, giving it a better rub so that I don't have what I had happen before. So I'm going to start with 3 of the sides and pull the tape off. I'm not going to pull it off the last one quite yet because it gives me a little wiggle room. So I'm actually going to start with lining it up on the bottom because that part's not sticky. And then that way I can just get that lined up. Like that. And then lay down the 3 sides. And then just going to pull this tape off the back. Just pulling this off here. Okay, and there you go. So that's going to be one piece of our cover. And I'm just going to do that a second time for the second piece. I'm not going to do it with you because you already had to watch it once. So we'll be right back. Thanks for watching. Hi everyone, it's svgcoop.com and we are back working on our MA011 mini album. And we're going to work on covering the end of the binding of our book cover. So I didn't give you a file for this because this is better if you just cut it yourself. So just to save paper and to get the best coverage. So I'm just going to measure my 12 by 12 paper, and with my ruler I'm just going to go over 6 inches, and I want to cut this right in half, 6 inches. So each piece will be 6 by 12. So I'm just going to use my knife. Just cut along here. And then one of the pieces, so you're going to have a 6 by 12. And then the other piece I want to measure it at 6 by 9. So I'm just going to line this up again. Here, I'll do it up a little higher so you can see. So I'm just going to line that up on my cutting board here. And I need to take off 3 inches. I'm just going to line that up and just cut off. Okay. So what we're going to do is we need to get our cover pieces. So these are the 2 cover pieces we did before. So I think I want to have my stripes on the outside of my cover. So I'm just going to start to line that up a little bit here. And you want to make sure if you're using stripes that they're going in the same direction. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to cut a little bit of tie-back envelope. So I have these small tie-back envelopes that my sister sent me. So and they're old, so they come apart pretty easy. I'm just going to open this up. I'm just going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut along this line right here. And then I'm just going to cut that in half. And this is just going to help so that when your book opens and closes a lot, it won't rip. So I'm just going to take that. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to actually run these through my Xyron so it's completely covered in glue, and then I'm going to actually add some more glue and add some tape. So what I want to do actually is I'm going to first, before I do that, I'm going to take my 3x9 piece and I'm going to get these glued down like this, okay? So I'm just going to take some score tape, I think. I'll put this on here like that. Sometimes I forget to add the Tyvek, but it is a good idea. I saw it somewhere on YouTube, I forget. But it's a good idea to help keep your book from ripping. So I'm just going to get that right on there. And the other one. And don't worry about it, it doesn't have to be perfect, you just want to get it on there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put some more tape here. So we're going to, grab another roll of tape. So these come like this, and I got 1/4 inch, and I got these on Amazon. And like I said, I bought them like 5 roll packets. So it's great. Get that on there. Okay. All right, so that's going to be ready. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to pause for a minute. And like I said, I'm just going to go run these 2 pieces that we just cut through my Xyron. Be right back. Okay, so I ran these through Xyron, and I'm just going to use my little tool here, and I'm just going to move this out of the way. Just going to give this a little rub. This helps to make sure that the glue really sticks to the back of your paper. And also, if you do around the outside too, it'll help it so that the glue sticks to your the clear part that you're going to be pulling off. That way you won't have a lot of glue sticking in places you don't want it to. So with this stuff, you just peel see how the clear is like past that? So you just grab the clear piece and just separate it. And you can see like the glue is sticking to the parts that were not on the paper. Let me just throw that out. Okay. I'm going to pull the bigger piece off first. And what we want to do is the first thing is we're going to kind of get that lined up there. What we want to do is center this piece here, our 3x9. So I'm just gonna kind of get that on there. Oh shoot. The other way around. You want this part up on top, sorry. Silly. Okay. And get that like that. Okay, and then we can take our score tape off. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to have a scrap piece of chipboard. This is not really a scrap, it's a big piece. But what we're going to do, once that's glued down good, we want to get our cover pieces on. So I want to have enough room for it to fold. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold this chipboard. Actually, let me see if I can find a small piece so you can see better. Okay, I'm just going to hold this chipboard up against where the edges of my other piece of chipboard here. You're going to hold that against that like that. And then you're going to, just going to move it over a little more, sorry. Okay, get that lined up. Put this one lined up. Okay. And again, I'm going to make sure my stripes are going in the right direction here. I'm going to hold this here. It keeps it from getting too close. You don't want it butt up right against your chipboard. You want it close, but not exactly right up on top of it. So. Okay, and give that a good rub. Then you're going to fold your top down here. And then we're going to roll the bottom up. And we're just going to kind of give that a little test run here. Fold that. Get everything squished down. Okay, got that. All right, and then you can take your smaller piece off. And we're going to do it this way so you can see better. So I'm just going to line this right up along the top. Okay, and lay that down. And you just give it a little extra push where the hinges are. Okay, and then just gently, you want to just gently work it. Okay, and that's the other side. Okay, and so there we go. We have the start of our cover. All right, thanks for watching. We will be back shortly with the next video. Hey everyone, we're back and we're going to continue working on our MA011 mini album. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be working on the binding, the hinge that's going to go on the inside. So you're going to cut your file and it's going to have 4 pieces. And you're going to have one piece, it's a little bit larger, it's got score lines down both sides. And then you're going to have one that has basically 3 breaks in it on each side with score lines, and then one with 2 on each side and score lines, and then this one, which is a little weird looking, you got a short one, a long one, and all that. So what we're going to do is we want to put some score tape. You're going to put it in between the score lines here, so I'm just going to do this one first. Okay, and this is a different kind of hinge process than we normally do. Okay, so the next one, I'm just going to go along the outside of the score line on this side. So sorry. I'll try not to hack my head off here for you guys. This cold I've had since, I think, July. It's just really taking forever to get rid of. Okay, the next one. Just gonna put the score tape down. Okay, and then the last one, we'll put the score tape And this one, just to hold it a little bit, I'm going to put a little extra score tape on here. Put one down the middle, I think. Actually, I think I'm going to just do a couple here because we want to make sure this is going to stay. Now, of course, as much as we're gluing this, we're also going to be using some brads. So you're going to need 2 brads. They don't have to be super huge this time because we're not using chipboard in between here. So I'm going to use these cute little decorative ones. And I know they don't match, but I think they're cute. All right, so what we want to do, this is going to be a little bit hard to see, but basically I'm going to pull the score tape off of this piece. And what we want to do is you want to center it with the top piece. So, and you're pretty much going to be eyeballing this, but you want to center that. Actually, maybe I could go, okay. All right, so I'm just going to get that centered at the top here. And get that laid down. Okay. And then pull the tape off of the back of the next one. We're going to do the same thing. So we're just going to get that centered on the top here. Okay. And then we'll pull the tape off of this one. And again, we're going to center this along here. Okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to lay this in the center of our book like this. But I think what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to fold these up. So we're just going to fold these on all the score lines here like this. So you're just going to, don't worry about making it super perfect. You just want to get it so we can get this into our book here. I'll probably run over that with a with my bone folder a little later, but right now you're just going to fold this on all the score lines. Just fold it up like that, and then the last one like that. Okay, so we want the center here. That's going to be our little center. So what we want to do is we want to center it onto our binding like that. So you can see that. Okay, so I'm just going to pull the tape off the back like that. And we just want to get that as centered in our binding as possible. So I'm just going to hold that up like that so I can see where my ends are. And right about there. Okay, so give that a good little rub. And then I'm going to use my crocodile here. What we're going to do is I have it set again at, I set it at 2 inches right here, and I'm going to be using my 1/8 hole. So I'm just going to put this right in here along the center. Make sure that's good. And push that down. And then do the same for the other side. And get that centered. Okay. Okay, so you can see the hole right there. So we're just going to take our 2 things here, put them in, and you want to make sure that the legs are going to go vertically along with your binding here like that. Super easy. This just helps give it a little added strength so your binding doesn't, your hinge doesn't come out. Okay, and there you go. So these are going to be all of the hinges for all of our pages, and they're going to slip right over these little pieces here. Okay, all right, there we go. Thanks for watching. We'll be back.